Hi guys, Aussie Villa. Welcome to episode 6 of the World Tour at Shenzhen in China, of course. And since last episode, just the one game against Everbright. I'm not even going to attempt that first name there. It was a 1-1 draw. It was an even game. We did rest a lot of players ahead of our FA Cup quarterfinal second leg coming up here. So it was a second string team, more or less. It was an even game. Zhu Min got the goal for us. It was a good goal too, if I remember correctly. But yeah. That was that game. If we have a look at what that did to the league table, just quickly, because not that much has changed. You can see we are still joint top with Yatang. Nice little 5-point gap though behind that, and of course, first two get promoted. So we're 5 points clear of in promotion places basically. So this episode today, we're going to look to end the week with a massive opportunity. We go to Changchun in the FA Cup quarterfinal second leg. It was 3-3, if you remember, yesterday from the first leg. They are a Chinese Super League club. They are in the relegation zone in that division, though, as I've clicked on the wrong thing now, and that's going to mess everything up horribly. Which means we are a decent chance of getting this result. What we haven't done yet, we have knocked out... Who did we knock out here? We knocked out Greentown and we knocked out Shenhua. We did that at our own home ground. We have not gone away from home yet to a Super League club and got a win. They're down there, guys. This is possible. This is definitely doable. And after that, we'll hopefully celebrate by playing Yanbian in the league. They're 6th, so it's not going to be easy. But yeah, no, not supposed to be easy though, is it? Let's have a look at the team we're sending out. The heroes that go away to the Super League team. Can we get a result? It's Zigang in goal. Xin, Boyu, Peng, and Han as a back four. Weezy and Bowen go in midfield. Zheng Zhu and Yan Quinn provide the width for Patrick and Gallo. They're hopefully going to provide the goals. So we can see the way they're lining up, essentially the same thing. Zheng Yu is basically playing there. It's just he prefers to play deeper, so we're just trying to make him a little bit more comfortable. Let the boys go out with clear minds. There's not really any pressure on us here. Do we say... Let's try. We've tried playing there's no pressure. Let's try. The media's been giving you praise. Go out there and show them why. Back them up. Do it for the media, basically, is what we're saying here. Now, that's different to what we said before, and that seems to have worked. So, hold on to your hats, everybody. Let's see what comes of this. 3-3. Now, of course, away goals do exist in the Chinese FA Cup, which means we've conceded 3 away goals, so we either need to score 3 away goals, or 4 away goals, or we need to win. So it's not going to be easy by any means. Now, there was, of course, a transfer window, if you remember, at the end of last episode. I tried to sign a few players, get some depth in, right wing and centre-back. Apparently, we can only sign 5 domestic over 25 players. Now, here's a chance for Bowen. We've seen him score from there before. Patrick! Oh, there it is! We have the lead. We have the lead. 6-7 minutes in. And it's his 8th of the year for Patrick. And as things stand right now, we're going through to the semi-finals. There was nothing really on here. Decent header in. Bowen, nice little turn there away from the defender. And look at this, a cracking ball. And the run from Patrick as well. First time finish. That's a really, really good goal, isn't it? You know, I was saying the problem with it, we can only sign apparently 5 over 25 domestic players a season, which we'd already done, which means I couldn't sign anybody unless they were really young. I think under 19s we could sign 7. I think we had 1 or 2 of those left. But they weren't players for this year, so I didn't bother with it because we might be able to sign better players next year. That's a decent ball out for Han. Can he get a ball into the box? He can. Gallo's in there. Gallo! Oh, the bar is still there, tapped away. Oh, come on, boys, come on. So we basically have no depth. We're struggling a little bit at right wing. We're struggling a little bit at centre back, just mainly from injuries. So this is what we have to the end of the year, and then we'll hopefully not have those sort of restrictions on us when we get promoted next year, or else it's going to be a very slow rebuild. Because our centre backs are creaking. They're both the wrong side of 30. It's a cracking ball for Gallo. Gallo! 2-0. That's what we wanted. That's 2 of the 3 away goals back as well, which is absolutely crucial. Only 17 minutes into the game here. Can we do this? Nice ball, wasn't it? Look at this ball from Yan Quinn. One of the guys I was trying to replace. Cracking ball. Good run from Gallo, and the finish was there as well. That is wonderful, wonderful stuff. Now, of course, the winners of the Chinese Super League, it's not offside. It's been given, hasn't it? It has been given. He's not offside anyway. They qualify for the Champions League next year, which is why I'm kind of taking it a little bit more seriously than we otherwise would have. The board wanted us to get to the 4th round. We did that months ago. So I'm, taking it a little bit more seriously just because you never know. We've beaten we've beaten some good teams from the Super League already. We beat the Asian champions in a pre-season friendly, so all the signs are there that maybe we could do it. So that's why we're taking it seriously. And we have 3-3 in the first leg. We're sitting here 2-0 up. Wheezy has a yellow card. Now he's been sent off. He's already gets so many suspensions. Here comes the cross into the box from the corner. It's another goal! Boyu! Oh, it's his first of the season. Yang Boyu. He has been at the club for a long time now, and he's one of these guys. He's one of our centre-backs, and he's creaking. He's really, really creaking. But that at the back post, it's a volley at the back post. It's not even a header. We're showing off now. We're showing off. We've got our 3 away goals back as well, which is absolutely stunning to do that before half-time. And could there be a bit of a rout on here? I'm thinking already, with Wheezy on a booking, we might look to take him off at half-time. He is an important player. He's not going to get sent off here, is he? Oh, good tackle. You can see he's a really good ball-winning midfielder. He does get his fair share of bookings. We're not going to get 4, are we? We're not going to get 4. Gallo! So close. So close. Well, this has been a performance, hasn't it? Look at that for a first half. We haven't really been devastating this. Well, so we haven't really been dominating, I should say, but we have been devastating. 4 shots on target, 3 goals. That is just lethal stuff. Now, we're going to have to say don't get complacent. We'll tell Boyu that he's doing well. Don't look stressed, brother. You are doing fine. I am going to take Wheezy off just because I don't see a sense in leaving him on. Not on a booking. Looking at things that can go wrong for us from here, and one of the things I would suggest is perhaps a player being sent off. So we have a decent defensive midfielder we can bring on, and I'm more than happy to do that. He's never really let us down. Good old Goyu here, so we've got faith in him to make a difference. We'll get back out there for this second half, and here we are, 45 minutes from a semi-final. It does get tougher after this, I think, because we are playing big boys. We've kind of lucked out in that. Although when we beat the first team, Super League team, that Greentown or whatever it was called, they were top of the league at the time. Now you can see they've dropped off a little bit since then. That's a cracking save from Zgang. Yeah, so they've dropped off a little bit since then. So that's maybe not as good a result now as it looked at the time. But yeah, that is. I think now I'm trying to think who went through. It's the big boys. It was one of the big Beijing clubs, GNF or something. Beijing that's gone through. I've heard of them. They have some very good players, and that's the thing in China, right? The Super League. There's actually some genuinely like European quality good players, like European good players. So. That it's going to be difficult to do that. Now let's have a look here. Bowen is getting tired. We know we don't really get 90 minutes from Juan Bowen anymore. He's, again, another one of these guys that's creaking a little bit. So we'll take him off, rest his legs. I think we're okay from this point here. We shouldn't be conceding so many goals. And of course, away goals cancelled out as well, which is just amazing, which means a 4th goal and it's done over. But this is it, guys. We're going to do it. Bit of a snore fest for the second half. That can happen when you say don't get complacent. It can happen. You can have a consolation goal now, a pity goal. That's nowhere near it. There it is, boys. That's going to be it. Full time. We're going to the semi-finals, the Final Four, as they would say in US basketball. I think it's US basketball, so they have the Final Four. Well done. I'm very happy with that performance. That was an absolutely stunning performance. There it is. It's a Guangzhou RNF that have gone through as well. Now they are 10th, so they're not that good in terms of Super League. They're not that far up there. Another 10 grand in the bank. It's very communist. You get 9.82 thousand every round you get through. Guys, that's sensational. Wait right there, go. We'll be back for a big game in the league against Yanbian. Okay, welcome back. Here we go. It is off to the league against Yanbian Fude. You can see they are sitting in 7th. We're still top. Changchun have already played and won, so they're only 2 points back now, although we obviously have this game in hand. And we do have our semi-final opponents. Let's go and have a quick look at them as well. It's this team. If we have a look at some of their best players here, the foreign ones are considered the ones you have to worry about. They've got a 30-year-old Brazilian winger there that looks okay. Hopefully we'll get a better scouting report of him coming into the game. Alexander Mitrovic, of course, of Newcastle and Liverpool fame. He's going to be tough, isn't he? He is going to be tough to stop. He's got 19 goals this season already. So, yeah, then do they have any other foreign players here? He looks foreign, so they've got a South Korean defender. I mean, I'd hope they play him. What we've got to remember, it works in our favour a little bit, and is this guy foreign as well? Unregistered, but perhaps he's able to play in the Cups. 32-year-old Colombian, again, doesn't look too much. What works in our favour with this is that they can only play the 2 foreign players like we can. They come down to our level. We don't go up to theirs. So that is a positive for us. But let's not worry about that now, because that is for next episode. This is the team we're sending out. Exactly the same team. They did so well, why change it? Zhigang in goal. Zin, Boyu, Peng, and Han as a back four. Weezer and Bowen in midfield. Zhengu and Yang Quinn, they provide the width. Patrick and Gallo, hopefully, to provide the goals. And speaking of goals, there will be a Goals of the Month at the end of this episode after this game, so make sure you stick around for that. Again, we're pretty much matching up the same formation as them. What do we say to them here? Do we go out there, relax, play a natural game? I think I like that. Then we'll get some passionate faith. And this is a game, I mean, when you've just gone out and absolutely battered a Super League team on their own patch, this is a game you should be winning. But this is the sort of one you can slip up on as well, isn't it? It is away from home again, which makes it maybe a little bit more difficult than it otherwise would be. But yeah, we just want to try and keep that gap to third place if we can. Because that obviously, promotion is kind of what we have to be concerned about this season. Could we qualify for the Champions League is that a foul? So Weezer's nicked that. Looked like a foul, but he's got it anyway. Let's see, he goes on a run. It's a cracking ball. And it's a decent save from the goalkeeper. It's still there. No, it's not. It's hacked away. I mean, could we qualify for the Champions League as a League One club? That would be something, wouldn't it? We're 3 games away from that, though. You know, 2 semi-finals, 2 legs, and I think the final's just a single game. So, you know, we're closing in on that. What would be a really good achievement, wouldn't it? Here's Yang Quang. That's tackled away. Just hung on to it a little bit too long. It's bounced down for Gallo. Gallo! Oh, he's done it. I thought he put it past the post. Little bit of luck there. Let's be honest with ourselves. We got some luck. But Gallo pounced on that luck. 14th goal this year for him. In a way, it's a shame he's doing so well because, you know, Wang Negruhu, who we brought with us from Pasiba, I thought he was going to be the star of the team, I'll be honest, but that was lucky, wasn't it? Absolutely knew nothing about it. Who was that? 14. Bowen it was. Doesn't get the assist, but just harsh, because I think he's probably given himself a concussion to get no assist for that. But that was good. That was nice. That's what we wanted. A nice early goal. Get us on our way. Gallo with a booking now. Hopefully that won't be anything too serious. In terms of suspension, I think he's a yellow card away from in the cup, but not in the league. But a yellow card to Gallo we can just about handle because, as I say, we have Wei Yan. That's a good ball! That's a crossbar! Zhengu, so unlucky not to add to... I think it would have been his 5th of the season if he got that in. He has come in the second half of the year and absolutely set us alight. Corner comes in, it's headed away. Well done, Gallo. He does well defensively as well, which I like. Back into the mix. They headed clear again. Still looks like it's with them. This is a team, as I said, that's 7th in the league, so they're no mugs. We'd want to win it, but, you know, away from home, this is not an easy game, especially given that we played midweek as well. The players were all fine. You can see their physical condition was fine. They weren't, according to the sports scientists, in any danger of injuries, so we were fine to play them all again. And then luckily we have, as you saw, a little bit of a gap until the semi-final, so we can sort of concentrate on the league, hopefully all but still promotion between now and then. I think we have about 3 or 4 games. If we can win those, we'd be going close. Here's Patrick with a chance. Patrick, oh, it's blocked by Gallo. Oh, second attempt, Patrick! That was a little bit special. That is his 9th of the year, as you can see there in the top little bit of info. Unassisted, as it turns out. But I wonder if this first one was going in. I think it was Gallo. It absolutely cleaned him up. It was Gallo, and yeah, blocked it, came back to him on the volley, right inside the post. That's unstoppable from Patrick. That's his 2nd goal of the episode as well. I should say too, if you are enjoying this episode, please do hit the like button. It helps people find the channel, and it's very, very appreciative. I'm very, very appreciative, I should say. Let's try demand more here. And if you are just discovering the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so. So you make sure you don't miss anything. And ring the bell too. I think you need to ring the bell so you see when I upload new videos. Alright, come on, boys. If we can get a 3rd before half-time, it would just about wrap it up for us. There's Gallo through on goal. Gallo! Oh, he's good, he's good. We're good. That's his 15th of the year. It was essentially a long ball forward, wasn't it, from the back? Boyu, it looks like he's got the assist. It's just a hack, it looked like. It's an aimless ball forward, but we'll give him a bit of credit because it did kind of land at Gallo's feet perfectly onto his run. So it was a cracking ball forward, and Gallo is just scoring for fun right now. Just scoring for fun. Had a little bit of a blue spell in about a month ago, but he has well and truly come out of that. And 3-0 at half-time, you just about say that that's job done. Second time this episode we've been 3-0 up at half-time. That is... We're well and truly over whatever little blip we may have been going through last episode there. Let's have a look here. We'll just tell players that there's more to come if they haven't reacted positively. Now, I'm thinking players on bookings here. Bowen isn't having his best game anyway. We might, at 3-0, we might just look to protect them from themselves, essentially. We have an option to play there. We can actually push him up. Zheji is actually quite a good player. I signed him and he was our first choice winger at the start of the year. You can see he has very high potential there, but to be honest, he's getting to the age now where if he hasn't hit that potential, he's probably not going to do it. So we've got to bear that in mind, but he might improve a little bit, and he'll only improve if we play him as well. I'm still a little bit wary, just that we're so thin, having lost Halgang to sort of Patrick's backup. We've lost our first choice right winger, Xiao Zhan. So we are a little bit thin on the ground. So I'm a little bit wary of that. Just in terms of the rest of the season, left back we have a backup, but he's only young. Right back, because we lost last episode due to a release clause, our first choice right winger. So we've got two loanees who we had signed as backup for him. They'll kind of share the role. Wen Han is doing quite well right now, so we'll keep him going while he's playing well. This is just very sort of back and forth possession football, isn't it? Let's not get caught with possession. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing? That is... It's calm. It's fine. It was all under control. I'm absolutely sure. And that was the highlight. The highlight was basically to give me a heart attack. Okay. I'm wondering if we look to take Gallo off, since he's on a booking as well, give Lee Boxy a game. Youngish striker, 21. He's not that young anymore. But we might give this a demand more here in a second. Next time we can shout at them. Because I feel like this second half, it's a lot of Yanbian highlights. Not much highlights for us. Just can't get this ball clear right now, can we? Get in front of that. Can we nick that? We should be able to nick that. No, we can't. It's good passing movement. We've done really well to block that. It's still there. We cannot get this ball clear. You just get the feeling this might end in a goal. Wen Peng's there. It's a decent header out. But again, it's still there for them. And there's the goal. Is that just the way back in? We'll give it a show some passion. Try and snap them out of this, because we haven't not looked good this second half. Just giving them a bit of hope, which is not what we want to do. We want to just ground hope out of them. Alright, here we go. Here's CG. Oh, that's a sending off. That helps, doesn't it? That will help our cause. Undoubtedly. Thanks for coming, mate. We'll see you next year. Actually, hopefully we won't see you next year, because we'll be promoted and they will not be, or they shouldn't be at this point anyway. Another highlight for them, is it though? They are not going away. Closing them down. I'm wondering, actually, if we might just look to drop our line a little bit. Actually, we won't drop our line. We might just look to regroup, though. We might not look to counter-press. They don't really have... I was looking at the scout report before. We don't usually play a high line. We usually just sort of play a standard line. But they are absolutely no threat from a through ball. So that being the case, we just push up. If they're not going to sort of thread a ball in behind us, then I didn't see a point in sitting deep at all. Now, at 3-2, this would start to get a little bit nervy, wouldn't it? We're going to get it. Weezer got himself sent off again. Oh, dude. The problem with VAR is that it's always a decision. So if it's a potential red card, it's always a red card. If it's a potential penalty, it's always a penalty. And I think Weezer has just got himself sent off. No, he hasn't. Okay. There goes that theory. There goes that theory of mine. Okay, I'm okay with that, though. Demand more. Come on, boys. Let's see this game out. Given that Weezer's on a booking, We might just look to take him off, protect him from himself here. Assuming he doesn't get himself sent off this highlight. Yanbo in for Yi, up for Patrick. What can Patrick do? He's a wonderful player, Patrick. That's a ball for Yan Quinn. Oh my God, that was in. It's a good save. It's a cracking save, actually. That's as good a save as we've seen this season, I think. Wheezy with a corner. Knocks it in. It's in there. It's headed away. And it's going out. All right, let's just take Wheezy off here and just make sure we're not going to get sent down to 10. Relatively speaking, we can trust Gallo, I think, not to get himself sent off. He's a striker. He really has no business even being on a booking, never mind getting 2 of them. But this should be it. We should have done enough now to see this game out. There it is. Just waiting for the game-ending highlight. And here it comes. 40 seconds of it, so there might be a goal here for a team. But even if they score, we win 3-2. That's a decent-looking... No, I thought Gallo might have been making a run, but in the end it was just a bit of an aimless ball forward. Comes back... Good header there, wasn't it, from Gao? 20 seconds to go. It's 3 points in the bag, like I say, even if they do score. It's just a consolation for them at this point. Not sure if I pointed out before, but you notice I've got a new suit for our time at Shenzhen. We've put the Pasiba suit away and got a nice new one. And there it is. That's a really, really good performance. It's a really, really good episode. A little bit... What's the word? Not quite there in the second half. But we did the hard work in the first half. So there we go. We have maintained that 5-point gap to third, that's the most important thing, isn't it? If we come first or second, as long as we get promoted, I for one don't care too much. Obviously we'd like to win the league, but if we come second, and so be it. That is it for this episode though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Just goals of the month to come. If you have enjoyed that, do make sure you hit thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new, and we will be back on Monday for the FA Cup semi-final first leg against Tianjin. We'll do the league fixture before that as well. But that's it all for Monday. Hopefully you'll enjoy your weekend. I've sent you off with 6 goals, which isn't too bad, is it? So enjoy your weekend. As I said, I've been Aussie. Thank you so much for watching, and here are our goals of the month for July. Take care.